here to talk to you about Datuk Teng Chan Kim. I am, every time I come to Klang, it feels like home because my husband is a local boy from Klang. And I come back here. Now I'm here to talk about Datuk Teng Chan Kim. Datuk Teng Chan Kim is actually my neighbor, like really neighbor. He lives down the road from my house. Okay? But because we are so busy, I hardly see him. And this time around, we are here contesting. This is my second campaign. I stood for elections at the age of 29, 5 years ago in 2008. And I remember my first conversation with Datuk Teng Chan Kim went something like this, because I was a new girl in DAP. And they offered me the seat to run for Subang Jaya. And so I got a phone call from Datuk Teng Chan Kim, and he said, Yeoh, I want you to come and speak in Klang. And I want you to give me your IC number for police permit. I said, who are you? He said, I'm Teng Chan Kim. I said, who is Teng Chan Kim? So that was my background, you know. I was really new in 2008, didn't know anything. But DAP believe in young people. DAP believe in giving the seats to young professionals who is willing to work hard, who can do the work. And so I was given the seat. And because DAP is a party who believes in investing in young people, 5 years later today I can be here seeking for re-election in Subang Jaya. 5 years ago when I ran my campaign in Subang Jaya, I went to ask for a mandate to send me to the State Assembly because we wanted a stronger opposition. Back in 2008, there were only 2 assemblymen in the State Assembly of Selangor. One is Datuk Teng Chan Kim, 2, Ng Swee Lim, Sekinchan. 2 out of 56 seats. And so when we campaigned really hard, the people really hated Barisan Nasional then in 2008. And every seat in Selangor, people wanted to send in a stronger opposition in the State Assembly. But you know what happened on 8th of March? Because the power of the people was so strong, they turned the tide around. Instead of becoming opposition, we became the Selangor state government. I will never forget my first experience in the State Assembly. I was 29 years old. Okay, all in my uniform, in the number 1 dress, they call it. And then, when the clock signaled 10 a.m., the clerk in the day 1 said, "Bangun," and everybody stood up. And Datuk Teng Chan Kim walked in as the Speaker of the Selangor State Legislative Assembly. I sat opposite Barisan Nasional, and I will never forget this scene that I saw with my own eyes. I saw Yeoh and all the UMNO Barisan Nasional assemblymen standing up, and they bow at Datuk Teng Chan Kim. Now friends, that happened because you, the people, decided to teach Yeoh a lesson. Anything is possible. Yeoh, even with 2 opposition at the time, he couldn't handle being questioned. He said 0 opposition in the State Assembly the next election. Just 2 assemblymen, they didn't like to be questioned, and they wanted the voice of the opposition to be wiped out. But you know, the people of Selangor are smarter than that. The people of Selangor decided we will not allow a government like this to continue to rule. And so you did the right thing by punishing them and by sending them to the opposite bench. If we can do that in 2008 by turning 2 opposition seats out of 56 seats, to turn them into government, you can do the same for Putrajaya. We are not too far away. Now I want to talk to you about Datuk Teng Chan Kim. Don't have to talk about Putrajaya because, you know, all the speakers before me have spoken about Putrajaya. We want to talk about Kekal Selangor. Okay? I want to tell you what Dato' Teng Chang Kim has done. When Dato' Teng Chang Kim, 2011 I think, he sent me and Nick Nazmi, the other state assemblyman, to represent Selangor to a Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference in London. When he sent us there, and we met with all the parliamentarians from Commonwealth countries, when you mention Dato' Teng Chang Kim, they know about him, and they know about the reforms that he has done. And they say this to us, Selangor is on the right track. Continue doing what you do, because that is the only way to improve democracy. So the first thing Dato' Teng Chang Kim did the moment he was appointed the Speaker of the House, he said, we are a transparent government, we walk the talk, what we say, what we preach, we better practice it. So he said, I want us to be really transparent before the people of Selangor. I want live telecast of the entire State Assembly sitting. And from 2008 onwards until now, every sitting went live on the internet, which means if you are sitting in Teluk Gadong, you can watch the proceedings in the house. If you are in Kajang, you can watch the proceedings in the house. If you are in Sekinchan, you can watch the proceedings in the house. Sekinchan got internet or not? So no, we are very transparent. Anything that he says, you can follow. Who stood up, who did not speak up, you know, who was absent, who was present, you could watch all this from your house, from the comfort of your house. And this is the kind of government you want. Transparent, they lay everything bare before you. First reform. Second reform. Dato' Teng Chang Kim established what we call select committees. You all know the powerful Selcat committee. Okay? He established the select committees. Select committees are represented by assemblymen from both Pakatan Rakyat and Barisan Nasional. Unfortunately, Barisan Nasional people don't really believe in good governance. So you give them positions, you put them in Selcat, they don't even want to come. They are always absent. The first sitting, do you remember Dato' Teng Chang Kim called before him and the rest of the committee members, civil servants, on the use of the 500,000 allocation which Barisan Nasional spent before 2008. You see, every state assemblyman is given R500,000 ringgit by the state government to do programs in their state seat. In 2008, a majority of the Barisan Nasional people used that money. January and February, they finished R500,000. This money was not used for community programs. This money was used to buy votes, like what you are having now, MCA buying dinners. And so they used that money to buy dinners. And they spent, finished. So Dato' Teng called them up. Okay? The inquiry went live again. And because of that remarkable or historical sitting that went live at Selcat, ever since then, every civil servant became very cautious that they cannot abuse their power, they can no longer listen to politicians who abuse their powers, and they better do their duties properly. And from that proceeding, Selcat became very popular. Later on, if you can remember, Dato' Teng Chang Kim leading Selcat did not just call up Barisan Nasional representative, he also called up Pakatan Rakyat representative, who also was alleged to have spent the money in that kind of manner. So this is a very fair man, okay? He will not just punish his enemy, he will also punish his friends if they don't behave. Established Selcat committee, he established many other select committees and he empowered people to lead them. Third reform, Freedom of Information Enactment was passed. Okay? This is the first time I think a lot of state assemblymen understood their role in the state assembly. That you're not there just to raise longkang issue, but you are actually there to pass a proper law. And the Selangor State Assembly, under the leadership of Dato' Teng Chang Kim, was the first state assembly to ever set up a select committee to study a bill before passing an enactment. The Freedom of Information Enactment went through so many rounds of consultation with Bar Council, with other NGOs before making it a law. Now you must remember, this is so different from Parliament. Parliament, they don't debate the law, they rush through the law. Do you remember just a few months ago, they actually stopped the clock to pass the bills? Can happen in Malaysia. 12 midnight, they stopped the clock. And people joke, if Najib could create more months, he would have created more months to delay the general elections. Malaysians can create anything under Barisan Nasional. So I gave you 3 main reforms. Now, Datuk Teng Chang Kim is also a leader who believes in empowering young people. And he's also very fair to women representative. Now I'm a fairly young representative in the State Assembly. Now every time we stand up asking for an opportunity to debate, he will look around and he will ensure that we get our opportunity to stand up and present our voice or to present our views from the State Assembly, to represent our people. So when you have a leader who empowers young people, you know that this person here is not in power for himself. He believes in raising the next generation so that they can do the job next. Datuk Teng is also very sensitive to gender needs, woman needs. Now I'm a new mother, and when we requested for a place to breastfeed our baby in the State Assembly, when we asked for, just special things, not special things, just special facilities to cater to our needs, he will make sure that that is done. Simple things like this. We needed a coffee machine to make coffee so that we can have warm drinks, because the place is very cold. As the Speaker of the House, he will pay attention to such details, and he will ensure that a coffee machine is organized there for us. A lot to Yeoh, but to us, who is feeling felt very cold in the State Assembly, this is a leader who doesn't leave things to other people. He ensures, he goes into great details to make sure things like that are executed and carried out. So if he can look after us that way, I am certain if given another mandate, he can look after the interests of the people of Sungai Pinang. Friends, Datuk Teng Chang Kim, 5th term Assemblyman. We don't have to talk about why he should be re-elected. I know you will give him the mandate, okay? Someone like him could easily become a member of Parliament, right? Easily. And I'm certain if given the opportunity, which he was given the opportunity to do so, he could perform it far better than a lot of ministers in Parliament. The reforms that he made, put so much pressure on Parliament. Very recently, in the last sitting, he introduced the traffic light system in the State Assembly. Have you seen the photo? He put a traffic light in the State Assembly. If you talk more than what you're supposed to, you give him 5 minutes, and you don't stop talking, the lights will turn from green to red, and your mic will be switched off. The Speaker of Parliament said, okay, Parliament will also follow. Parliament is following the State Assembly. So Datuk Teng, if he wanted to, he could have gone to Parliament. But he said no. And he chose to stay back here for Sungai Pinang. Why, friends? Because he has unfinished business in the Selangor State Assembly. There are greater reforms that he wants to implement for the sake of our state here. So I'm asking you, come 5th May, people of Sungai Pinang, on behalf of the people of Subang Jaya, I thank you for the last 5 years. You made the right decision. You voted for him, and because of that, we had the best speaker in the history of the Selangor State Assembly, I believe. Subang Jaya, I'm asking you again, make the right decision. 5th of May, send him back to the Selangor State Assembly so that we can continue to do reforms here in Selangor. 5th of May, Charles Santiago has spoken to you about the challenges that we are facing. In Klang, I believe you may also have phantom voters. In Subang Jaya, we have discovered that in the last 5 years, we have an increase of 17,000 new voters, the second largest increase in Selangor. And with this 17,000 new voters, instead of expanding or adding additional streams so that people don't have to queue that long, you know what SPR did? SPR reduced the streams to 10. So we calculated, in 2008, 300 people in one queue. In 2030, come 5th May, there will be double the amount, 600 people in one queue. Plus the extra process of putting the indelible ink. There will be extra time incurred and there will be very long queues. So I foresee the same thing may happen here in Klang. I ask you, do not give up waiting in the queue. You have to stand in the queue until you cast your vote. Others in the queue giving up and turning home, you say you are not going anywhere, friends. You stay here and you queue and you wait until you cast your votes for the rocket.